Hello and welcome to tonight's live stream, our live show. It is once again Tuesday night. It is 5:30 p.m. It is Tuesday, January the 31st of the year 2023. We welcome all of you guys here. We expect to have an outstanding show. Just give you an update, weather update. It's currently 24 degrees, which is warmed up. And we have about an inch of ice crystals and snow on the ground, and we're still expecting to get more tomorrow on Wednesday. So we basically have been iced in the last couple of days. Not a. I went out to the mailbox today. Not a huge ordeal, but I know a lot of people are definitely kind of trapped. So that's what's going on tonight. We have some great questions that we're going to ask. So, how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. I saw that Mr. Yank popped in and popped out. So I'm sure he will be back to visit and tell us what's going on in his part of the country. Because I think he's getting snow and bad weather also. A lot of exciting things in the world for us. One thing I'll tell you guys, very important, something we're going to do. We've been asked. There
I am.
There you are, Mr. Yank.
All right. Well, what'd you say? I was what?
You popped in and out.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Well, it's bad reception, weather, I guess.
It's all right.
But you, it's pretty wicked, huh?
Yeah. But so one thing we've been asked a whole lot, everybody, is, and we just haven't done it. So we're instead of making a video about it, Lorelai is going to drive the boat on a live stream on February the 21st, where we're going to explain in detail and the forms how to take your animals to the Philippines and or to bring them back from the Philippines. So we just haven't got around to making that video, but I thought we would just do a live stream version of it. And Lorelai knows more about that stuff than I do, so that's kind of where we're going to go with that. So how are you, Mr. Pink?
When is this going to happen?
February the 21st on
Oh,
our normal Tuesday night live streams.
yeah.
We're just going to dedicate that one to the pet issue.
Yeah.
So
I see.
that's kind of what we're going to do.
I wonder what happened to my avatar here.
I don't know. You don't have one.
I'm on my phone here, so I don't know what the hell happened.
You're nothing but a big white blob.
Yes, that's me.
So are you getting snow and ice in your neck of the woods?
We got snow. We got about 6 inches or so a couple of days ago.
Wow.
I got it, being that I don't have to work anymore, I got mine all clean. Everybody else doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we've been getting, sleet, early, rain, and basically all we've been getting is ice crystals, the little pellets.
Said that you could power, you could lose power there.
Yeah,
they showed on Fox as a weather channel, just like the weather channel on cable.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is not on cable, I don't think, but they showed how it happens. It's cold and it's warm and it's cold in the air. It starts out as rain and freezes.
Yeah, it's kind of like the two air masses, and I was telling somebody the other day where we live, the air masses usually collide at an angle, and so sometimes we get nothing, sometimes we get loaded, and sometimes we get the ice. So we got a little bit of ice.
Well, I got to be your part's going to be northwestern Arkansas is getting the worst of it, I think.
That's it. That's because the way the geographics line up with the Ozark Mountains, and the push from the south and the push from the north, a lot of times we're right in that buffer zone.
Yeah, they showed they showed a diagram of how it happens, why you're getting what you get.
Oh yeah, I love the science behind weather. I think it's pretty fascinating myself.
Oh yeah.
But it's supposed to tomorrow. I think all tonight and tomorrow we're supposed to get more accumulation, and then it's going to warm up tomorrow in the 30s, low 30s or mid 30s. Then hopefully by Thursday it's in the 40s. So hopefully we'll get out of this. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, and a little tired of these really cold weather.
Yeah.
My heater's still not fixed. So
No.
yeah,
Jeez.
waiting on parts for the heater.
No, is that right? Yeah. Let's put some heaters in these new houses. We don't have parts for them.
That's it. That's kind of pretty much it.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's so new. They said that there's no parts, so they've had to order a part. And I'm praying it'll be here next week. But what can I say? So
I don't know.
I don't know. And the house, what it does is it's called short cycling, and it doesn't produce enough heat and air, and so we get a little bit of warm air. So when it first kicks on, you get 100 degrees air coming out, but it only lasts 2 or 3 minutes at the most, and then it drops down to the 80-degree temperature, and then it just keeps doing it over and over. So
you're gonna have quite the electric bill.
Well, right, electric and gas bill. It's going to kill us.
Because when I had that happen with mine, it was clicking on and off every minute.
Yeah.
So the electric bill was real high when that happened.
Well, during that cold snap, I had to run the fireplace for about 4 days, and our gas bill jumped up $200.
Oof.
And then I know it's adversely affecting our electricity, so I know that's going to suck. But adversely affecting our electricity, so I know where am I got some back feed going on, but adversely affecting electricity.
James is here.
What's that?
Mr. Robinson is here.
Yeah. What's that?
Mr. Robinson is here.
Yeah, James. Yeah, James is out in California enjoying the beautiful weather, I'm sure. Well, we're stuck here in sub-zero weather, man.
Yeah, well, I don't even know the temp here. I didn't even look.
It
was 6, so what is it?
It warmed up to 24, but it's back down to 23.
What, by me?
No, here. I don't care about you, man.
We were 6 earlier today. 4.
Let me see if I can find my question for the day. I do have a topic we're going to talk a little bit about.
Here we are. I got this sucker in here twice. Ay.
Let's see here. The question is today's topic for tonight. Tonight's topic, because we always got to have a good topic, is what are your expectations of an LDR? And for anybody who doesn't know what an LDR is, that means long-term or long-distance relationship is what that is, long-distance relationship. Because I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were curious about that. James, 58 degrees here in San Francisco under clear skies. Yeah, San Francisco can get pretty chilly. So, and that's San Francisco, California, Mr. Yank, not the Philippines. He's out in California. So, the question is, if you're going to enter into a long distance relationship of any kind, sorry guys, what are your expectations of that relationship? That's our good question. All right, let me type here. All right, let me get back to you paying attention here. Like we lost Mr. Yank. He probably is getting a blizzard as we speak. 5 pounds of snow an hour, something like
Yeah.
that.
Who's got a lot of LDR? Who?
Well, technically, you're in one right now.
No, I'm not.
Sure, you are. You're in a long distance relation because your wife is in the Philippines and you're in America. So it could be anything.
That don't count.
Oh, well, technically it does. So, no, I've had guys, asking about that along long distance relationships. Tim, good evening. Thank you. Don't mind my coughing and choking to death here. James says hi to Tim. So, yeah, I mean, what is it's kind of because I've talked to some guys. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I chit chat with a lot of guys behind the scenes, send me emails and messages, and we just visit.
Oh, you
I do. And, probably a good, 10 or 15 a week, actually. And
wow.
sometimes the pet issue is very popular, but also relationships.
It's like a Dear Abby, only it's Dear David.
Yeah, Dear the fat guy,
It's you, dude.
So I thought, I thought it was a good question, Tim says it's 74 in Angeles City, 7:45 a.m. Good morning.
74.
Good morning, Angeles City.
I think it's what the hell is this?
What's your temp, Yank? Mine's 23 degrees.
I don't know. I don't want to mess it up with my phone, but
Yeah.
Today was the warmest 6-degree day I've ever seen, because the wind wasn't present. So
Ken Unger in the house. Thank you for joining us, Ken.
Ken, David.
17 Fahrenheit. Yeah, we're 23 with snow and ice on the ground. Ken, we're going to talk a little bit about expectations in LDRs. There's David from the Islands Live Image. Hey, man, appreciate you. It's good seeing you the other day on the other places. I know you and I have, mental telepathy, and we think a lot alike about certain things. So good to see you, my friend. And I know it's probably 80 degrees in Guam.
Yeah.
David saying hi to everybody. Yeah, everybody say hi. If you're not subscribed to each other's channels, make sure you do that.
Whoa.
Very important. Hey, one thing I want to share with you guys, and I want to ask that you shout this out and share this out, is we've been asked multiple times about, and I got it scrolling down here, about taking our pets to the Philippines and back. And we just haven't made a video about it. So instead, Lorelei, who's the expert in this, is going to drive the bus on February the 21st on a live stream, same time, same channel. But February 1st episode is going to be dedicated to how to get your pets to the Philippines and or to get them back to America. Just shout that out if you guys would. Jim says hello. Did you figure out your temperature?
I should be here. No, I don't want to mess it up with the phone. You tell me.
It is
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin, I'm going to say, what did Ken say? Ken said his was 17 in Ohio. Yours is 15 degrees.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's my guess.
Oh. What did I do?
Before Tim says in his place, saying hi.
Oh, I went to Walmart today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what an adventure, huh? I went to buy some jeans. I bought a Wisconsin Badgers hat, and the jeans I I only got one pair here because I didn't expect to be here this long.
Ah,
So this pair I'm wearing getting holdy. So
you should have just went to Goodwill, man. Got them a lot cheaper.
yeah, well, that's what I've done that before too. Or Value Village, I call it here. One of them.
Yeah.
You should get a lot of good buys there.
I love Goodwill stores.
My wife's doctor here is a Filipino, and she, even though her and her husband are both doctors, I heard she had cancer last I heard. But her kids said, "Well, why do we go to these stores all the time?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, just because you got it doesn't mean you got to spend it all the time like that."
I love it. I have found some really nice tropical shirts.
Oh yeah, man. Good buys, man. You can't beat that,
So does anybody have any thoughts in the chat, guys, about my question? What are our expectations of an LDR? If you're going to enter an LDR, if you've ever been in one, or if you're going to go into one, what are the expectations of being in a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Because what has happened is somebody asked me what my expectation was in the one that I had with Lorelei back many thousands of years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I had to admit, I didn't have any. I had to sit there and tell the guy,
Yeah. Maybe it'll progress to a visit. Maybe it won't.
Yeah. Well, now I believe this. Tim says has been getting down in the upper 60s at night there. I believe this. If you're going to enter a LDR, if you're going to tell the girl, "Hey, girl, we are in an LDR together," then I think that there are expectations of that. And Ken's been in this for 5 years, and he's very successful in his. And I think, from my perspective, however we've met in person, my expectation of an LDR would be that if you guys say that you're in an LDR together, that it could be any country, any location, it could be somebody in New York and California, it doesn't really matter, is that at some point you have to get off of the pot and meet them in person.
Yeah. I was when I first 2012. I went to Dominican, and then January, and then I went to the Philippines in June. So I started talking to my wife in January, and then it was January. I want to say April though, but somewhere in the spring. And then I went there in end of June, and then I went back. I had her meet me down in Makati, Metro Manila, and then next year I went to her hometown.
Well, for me, I've told the story that I've known the Filipino community locally since I was 18 years old. I got friends, and many, many thousands of times that they said, "David, I have a cousin, a niece, a nephew, whatever the hell they are in the Philippines that you might want to date." And I got thinking about that when I was talking to this gentleman the other day was, at that time, I had no expectations of getting my happy ass on a plane to the Philippines. And I knew that was a criteria if I wanted this to happen. And I didn't want to go. I never wanted to travel to the Philippines. So when I met Lorelei, of course, life took over, world took over, whatever you want to say. The cosmic energy took over, and I was there in 6 months. So, but I knew that if I was going to, when I started visiting with her, if this was going to go down the road, I knew I had to go to the Philippines.
Wow.
Tim knows that he doesn't like LDRs. I don't either. As long as there's no way it's getting
mine was, we weren't,
okay.
I mean, I wasn't dedicated to one person. I just, I didn't say, "Here I am, don't talk to nobody else."
Wow, you playboy.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't do that.
I know you're a playboy.
Well, I said, well, I I'll come there. I have vacation schedule. I'll come there in end of June for 11 days. I went.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered about the Philippines because growing up, that's what the Marcos situation and all that.
Yeah.
That's all I knew about it, with all the killing and dying and all that. And I'll never forget his dad when he came here. He read a speech off, didn't use no teleprompters, and he didn't miss a beat.
Right.
And it was I never seen that before.
We from my perspective, it was truly like I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want the hassle. I was perfectly fine in America.
See you, Ken.
So why bother with it? But I knew that if you were going to get serious, then you had to go there. That was an expectation. Now, Lorelai thought I was coming over to play the field and go hook up with 50,000 Filipinos, I guess.
Chick boy.
But we were committed, absolutely committed to each other by the time I got over there. So our relationship was set in stone already. So there was no playboy-ish like you did over there.
Oh no, you mean like I did? If it wouldn't have been for a childhood friend of mine, I would never have. Probably, I would have never went. I wouldn't even be knowing everybody I know now because I wasn't looking. I was just working. I had no desire to be married again.
So did that person encourage you then?
Well, he happened to be carrying on a LDR with a lady, but this friend I had from childhood, he's full of crap, and the whole life is a lie. But he had one, and he didn't have no job or nothing, so he had no. She didn't, he got over there once because somebody helped him buy a ticket, but she dumped him, but he didn't want to get off the pot, so. And as far as I know, he still hasn't, but he spends his life and his whole day in front of a computer. Matter of fact, I think they took back his diploma from college because I don't think he ever paid. But he was involved in that. Otherwise, I don't know how I ran into him again. I can't remember, but he had been on there for quite a while. So I was just out of curiosity. I was looking.
Right. James says that his expectations of an LDR is for the lady to be with me in person rather than he go there, is what I'm understanding. So, and she has her itinerary in hand and all prepared to travel.
That's a little more difficult to get them here. I mean, they just can't get up and go like we can.
Yeah, I think the key to that is is which country they're from. If you're looking at somebody from a different country, if they're from Chicago and they're coming to California, well, that's a different story.
I was all about going to a warmer place, so.
Yeah, so that's interesting, James. I guess my thought is, do you think that's feasible? Do you think that is plausible in today's climate, in today's world, knowing that it's very, very, very hard for people to come to the United States? So David Island is saying hello to James. So that's one question I have there. David, were you ever in an LDR? I know you've been married a long time, so I didn't know if you've been, but Timmy's in the house. All right, everybody say hello to Timmy.
Hello, Timmy.
Timmy, we appreciate you. Hey, Timmy, what we're doing tonight is talking about expectations of LDRs, whether it's from a Filipino standpoint, an American standpoint, a German, or a Cebu to Manila. It doesn't really matter the locations, but expectations. We're talking about that tonight, and One of the other big things, Timmy, if you would make a note of for me, I'll pull this up here. We've had a lot of questions over the years about taking our dogs back and forth from the Philippines to America, and we've just never done a video on it. So we decided, and Lorelai, my wife, is going to drive the bus on it on the 21st of February, Tuesday night live stream. That's going to be our topic. So if you know anybody that's interested in that topic, please feel free to
I was thinking of moving to Guam myself, but geez,
check that out.
I mean, it cost me at least $4,000 a month.
Yeah, Guam's fairly expensive from what I understand.
Well,
Everybody's
yeah,
saying,
it is, but if I was in a situation where I had to be in one of the states or territories, that's where I'd go.
yeah.
I mean,
David says, I keep her here. He doesn't let her become an LDR. That's funny. James is hi,
Yeah.
Timmy. And okay, we got everybody all caught up on the highs. But you're technically in an LDR. I mean, you don't have, I know you're married, you got a kid, and everything is completed in the relationship standpoint, but you are away from each other. And it doesn't have to necessarily, I guess let's stick to husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend versus adult children, relationship. So you don't have any expectations yourself of, of an LDR, Mr. Yank?
What's that?
You personally don't have any expectations?
No, I don't. I didn't. I mean, I once I'd met, because I'm talking to her for like 4 or 5 months, but I wasn't thinking too much about anything else at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I met her, then it was then it was real, so it was different. So
Timmy,
then
how about Timmy? Timmy is a unique perspective because she's in Malaysia and a female. So it'd be interesting to see what Timmy thinks of this. Expectations lead to disappointments.
well, like I was saying last time we were on, if you find a guy that's between 20 and 45, 50, unless he's a self-made, there might be some problems there. You look at somebody and you go, oh, physically they look fine, but it could be all about their mental state.
Timmy just says expectations lead to disappointments. Just do what you need to do and let the other ends do the.
Yeah, I wasn't when I looked at the one, my wife, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'm not really looking for one, but if I were, she'd have to be a family type person, which mine is. Otherwise, I'd have never have done it just for the sake of doing it.
And Timmy, kind of where I'm at in my head on this is an LDR is something that the two people have agreed to do. So Lorelai and I agreed many thousands of years ago that we would be in an LDR. It only took us 6 months. So once you had a meeting of the minds and decided we're going to see if there's anything there, I guess. And I told everybody that I knew that the only expectation I had was, or I knew that I would have to go to the Philippines. So that was expected of myself. So
you could afford to do that, though. She couldn't afford to come by you.
Lorelai?
Yeah. No, the other girl. Yeah, Lorelai.
Timmy? Well, Timmy's in Malaysia.
Well, no. I mean, you financial means to go there. You were in a better position than she was to come here.
Right. Plus, it's the same legal bull crap back then. She couldn't just come to America. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
As a tourist. So, but that was part of the expectation was even on her side, right? So if we're going to be an LDR and she's going to say, okay, we're going to do this, then she, I would imagine, would expect me to come to the Philippines. Otherwise, we can never develop, because if I never go to the Philippines, we can never get married. We can never see each other.
Yeah. Well, I knew, in the beginning, I was like, oh, yeah, pretty sure I want to. And then after I spent that time, then I knew I did.
Yeah, the weird thing, to be honest, for me was I knew I would marry her before I even got on the plane. So
Hmm.
she thought I was coming over to.
Yeah, yeah, you have a good idea. Oh, yeah, I think
Oh,
but
I knew 1,000%. I was absolutely
well,
one. It was a done deal in my head.
yeah, hoping and
No, mine was a done deal. We were, but one thing we did was we chatted and FaceTime or video. I don't know what it was called back then. Maybe it was FaceTime. No, Viber. It was Viber. We used an app called Viber.
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And so we visited every day. I took her with me to work. She took me places in the Philippines. So, ours, we made that commitment that we would, start integrating each other's lives.
Well, you have a lot of time. You're getting to know somebody. So, but sometimes people are disappointed when they meet somebody in person. Not very often, but you pretty much when you spend a lot of time talking, on Facebook or whatever them dating websites are, you get to know them a lot, because you're asking. Eventually, you get around to asking the personal questions.
Yeah, you do.
And being you have a bit of sense, what's bullshit and what's not, so you got a real good idea of what it would be, how she would be in person.
So yeah, David, he didn't have to go through an LDR because his wife was working at Guam. So you're the smart guy. See, David's the smart one. As I mentioned, I think last week or somewhere, I tell guys here in America that if they want to date a Filipino, go on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Go take a cruise. The cruises are full of them.
Oh.
And meet one on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. Congrats. Look at this, guys. Everybody get ready to say exciting things for Timmy. I'm in an LDR, and it's just 1 month. I can't say much yet, but he has resources and are able to travel, has no problem.
You put a lot of time into a relationship before you meet physically. It's if it don't work out, it's awfully a crappy feeling, but not as crappy as it would have been if you're together and then split up.
Well, I agree with you. If you put in a lot of hard work and time and effort in a short amount of time before you guys meet, if you do meet and it doesn't work out, it's very, very disappointing. But if you meet on the internet and you go hang out with them in 3 months, then it's probably not going to be a disappointment if it doesn't work out. But Timmy says all she can do is offer anything but honesty, trust. And so that's what he will do too. I think that's great, Timmy. Very excited for you. Everybody, if anybody deserves somebody, it's everybody. So congratulations. And hopefully you'll have to keep us abreast.
If I see somebody like that, I know whether the guy's, I can see through people pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm a good judge of character. I may not be a good judge of my own character, but
yeah, that's how you get. Believe me, really, even people that are near each other, like here, they probably don't know each other as well as you do when you have months to talk, and that's all you're doing. You don't get caught up in the physical part, right away.
Or the drama that's surrounding. And you got a good point, I think. If a couple meets in person early on, there's a lot of drama around that. The dating, the friends, the families. But if you're chit-chatting for months on end and doing video calls every day without those distractions, I think you got a valid point there, Mr. Yank, that you develop a stronger bond than you would otherwise.
I would, when I was talking to mine, she was out in the province, so she would, one time I was on there, she would, you'd hear her pedaling this bike to get to a sari store to get a load,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she was just running, man. I mean, like, holy cow.
Well, and Timmy says that there's no promises. He takes me to his work and talks every morning and every night. That's great. That's what you want. You got to have that.
Well, what sucks is how do a lot of these people, they get in fights like children, though. How the heck could you even how could that even happen?
Yeah.
When you haven't, I mean, you're here, I'm there. It's what is there to get mad about?
Oh my goodness. Jesus, are you crazy? Oh my God. I laugh because I know how Filipinos are.
Yeah.
They get mad if you, I can tell you stories after stories. So,
Well, you know what I say, James? I tell you, only suckers get taken. You got to be, you can't hope that it's gonna, work out. I mean, a lot of guys too, they're way out of their league sometimes.
yeah, what
For the
James, yeah,
they're going for the upper crust, top-notch model type, and
and what James is saying, there's guys out there that have been tricked in an LDR with Filipinos and other women. Let's not just pick on Filipinos today, but definitely and the other way.
if you're a regular-looking guy, or even below, and you think that the model type is going to be, want you for you, maybe not. Yeah, you really can't be. I just I like the regular type women, like Timmy there working, family working.
Hey, James, part of what I think, and I absolutely agree with you, it happens every day, all day. But one thing I think is, a lot of guys do have empathy and sympathy for women of lesser financial standards, let's say that, but because we want to be the hero, right? But then, like the Yankees talking about, and we've talked about in the past, there's so many 60-year-old men wanting to have sex with a 20-year-old girl, and in reality, in America, that guy can't get a 70-year-old woman. So,
Yeah. I was in the airport when I went back last year, and I'm sitting there. I've been waiting forever. What an ordeal that was. The whole thing was an odyssey. But I'm sitting there, and this 23-year-old girl sitting next to me, and nice, beautiful looking, and asked me if I had a wife and a son. I said, yeah, I do. But I thought to myself, this every guy in the plane was looking at her, everybody, and I thought to myself, this year would be fun for about 6 months, but that's about as far as that one would go. I mean, it's like having a child, so I had to
Tim,
have somebody a little closer to my age.
what Tim is saying is absolutely true and to the point. If someone says they can't afford to meet, which basically means they're running a game and they're asking you for money right away and all that mess, it's a good sign they won't meet. It's not going to happen, right, guys?
Yeah, I was on, I think it was on Facebook because I saw mine on Filipino Cupid, and you could type a few words, but they wouldn't let you converse, unless you joined. So I would every sentence I would put, go over to Facebook. So, and there was an older Filipino on there, and I said, no, I'm not interested now. Yeah, I have a lady. Well, give me $10, and this lady followed me all over the place. I'm like, Jesus, why don't you just get a job? I
Timmy's chiming in here. She says, that's why you got to be careful in choosing a person, learn their personality. Facebook posts, comments help you a lot. That's right. And I'm going to expand upon that. And even YouTube, the way he or she deals with all the BS on YouTube. You got that right. Lorelai did a deep dive on me when we were dating 500,000 years ago. And she went through every Facebook post and friend and everything under God's. And she admits this. I'm not telling out of
Well,
lie. So
there are going to be things that you just don't get very personal with everyone. You know what I mean?
No, but we were serious, and but she looked up where my house was, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, Google Maps. Oh man,
I think that's pretty normal, to be honest. If you got somebody who's in a committed relationship from another country, it doesn't bother me. I think it's just normal, and I think it's smart to investigate the most you can, because people lie like crap. So.
well, I got a question for you. Aside from this relationship thing, you when you're retired like you are, do you get a statement for a 1099?
Yes.
Okay. Does that usually come first week of February?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I could go right now with my end of the year statements off my pensions and go have my taxes done, but
Right.
I don't know. It's got everything on there that you need.
Yeah.
Next year will be a little more complicated, but
it will be. Tim says that I have seen people who are going to meet before the pandemic and they still haven't met. It's been over 2 years. Look, Tim, I know people that have never met, and it's been many, 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 many years. For one reason or the other. Some of them, just ain't going to happen. Some of it's kind of a game, and some of them they're happy with it. Some of them just want to have a wedding.
Some folks just don't have the means. They might want to, but
for one reason or another, but. And some of them are happy with just a pen pal type relationship, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with people that want that.
This friend of mine lived in I don't know how he lived, boy. I don't even know if he ever paid rent, but he I told him, and I said, John, nobody over there that's poor wants to come over here and be poor and cold,
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going to go through all that effort, you definitely want to come, raise your standards, right?
I didn't have it the best, and I didn't have it the worst growing up, but I knew I didn't want to be in that. I didn't like that. I didn't like not having nothing,
Right.
I really didn't, and that's been my whole life. I've always worked toward so my children would have some more than I ever did.
What I think is interesting is the women and or men who truly expect the person who I'm trying to be careful about how I say and where I say I know there's a lot of right this week or so, a lot of drama on YouTube about somebody going to the Philippines and maybe sleeping with this girl and that girl, and they broke my heart, or they showed me a dirty picture, all of this stuff. And I don't know really anything about it, but why would you expect somebody you truly don't know to be an outstanding human being? You know what I mean?
If I met that guy, I would know right off the bat whether he was what he says he is,
Yeah. Timmy says she's using Google Map. Yes, that's what Lorelai did. He asked my address and gave me his. We did the same. I can go to Google Map and take a look, but no calls. I can already memorize the part. Yeah.
You know what's scary about that? The ability to do that is I saw my ex-father-in-law was planting a tree, and not only did it show it from the air, but I could get the street view of him and another guy putting that thing in the ground. That is something else. That's different.
So yeah, it's but
Yeah.
I think,
I don't Tim, you don't follow them around, I'm at the gas station. No, you're not. I can see you're not.
well, I mean, if you have that ability, I mean,
Those of us have been a little bit older. You just, some folks got a good sense of, yeah, this guy's full of it.
yeah. And I think Timmy is probably wise enough, kind of like Lorelai was, to recognize bullshit when bullshit happens. Because I know on her live streams that she unfortunately hears a lot of people spraying bullshit, So, my wife has sent me a message, Timmy, and everybody. She says that Lorelai says that she Googled my house before getting serious because she didn't want to live in the country. So she wanted to make sure that there was other people around my house.
You're in the South.
Wasn't living, because she had. It's like I tell the story when we went to Texas the first time, or Oklahoma. I don't know where we were going.
Yeah.
We went on a drive. She kept wondering where the gas stations were and all the buildings were, and I'm like, oh, we got 4 hours. We'll find them. They're down the interstate, so it's not that big of a deal. But she was worried about living in the country. But I don't know. I guess, guys, girls, I don't know if anybody on YouTube land was going to be coming over to the Philippines, I would be very skeptical of that. I would be very, well, let's just kind of take this with a grain of salt, what somebody's persona on YouTube is or Facebook is versus what reality is. And so if it doesn't work out, then to get mad about it, I don't think that's right either. Now, if they truly do something bad, well, that's fine. You can get mad at all you like. But I think like Timmy was saying earlier, you kind of got to drop and lower your expectations. And I really mean that. I think especially, and I hate to pick on us YouTubers, but we're all kind of full of shit. So if you're expecting, I think you got to lower those expectations for people that's a YouTuber, coming over.
Yeah.
So I know there's drama right now going on and about that, and that's okay. I love, everybody loves drama.
There is.
Oh yeah, but
I don't have any. The older I get, the less tolerance I have for that kind of thing. My time is shorter. I don't want to spend that.
Well, that's what I tell people. Why waste your energy on bad people?
You can't hope against hope that they're going to turn out like you think they should. They either are or they're not.
Right. I don't know. I just don't understand why people get so bent out of shape about things like this. It's not like you lived with the person for 5 years, then you found out that they were really a child molesting criminal who spent 20 years in prison. You meet somebody and they come over and they turn out to be a jerk or a douchebag, and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. So I don't know why people give people like that power. I guess that's right. In life. Don't give people your power.
Yeah.
And that's my recommendation to these unhappy Filipinas about this other dude right now. Don't waste your time on them. Don't give them your power. You're better than that.
Yeah, you got to look at it like it's their loss, not yours.
That's it. Who cares what he did or what he is, Timmy is saying the only thing I like is he is not full-time YouTuber. There you go, baby. And is not friendly with everybody. That's good. He doesn't, I got to fly in here. He doesn't join in any of the streams too.
Only seen him in your panel. Now I'm curious.
And those BS, just so you see him in my panel, nobody else. That's good. So basically, what you're saying is he's not a YouTuber, which the good thing is Lorelai and I were not at the time.
Mhm.
I didn't know if YouTube existed back
But you
then.
both become a monster.
We are monsters. But what I like, Timmy, what I think is really good in your statement is can be this. He's there to support you when you do yours.
Hmm.
That's a good thing. Or it could be one of the crazy guy things. But if he was a crazy guy, he would be all over the place.
Oh
Doing
yeah.
everybody else's live streams.
What are you doing over there? Why are you talking to her?
Huh?
Monster.
So if he was a crazy guy, anybody that came to your live stream, he would go and dig in to find out if there was a relationship or any goofiness. So the fact that he just comes to yours to support yours, I think that's a good sign.
You know, it really helps when you can separate the bullshit from people that are not. You gotta have good sense, you know.
Yeah.
You just do. Not everything we say or do is because we know enough. But there are people out there that just don't, and they'll get taken either way.
Sure. You're going to get hustled.
And they just refuse to see the light. I mean, it's like I don't say things just to be saying them. If I knew something of someone, and they don't see that I see that, well,
Well, yeah. And,
that's a heartache.
you know, Laura, I really think that from my perspective, if you're on the receiving end of an LDR, meaning you got an American dude or an Australian dude or whatever, in their country, and you're in the Philippines.
There.
What?
Oh, Daisy.
Yeah.
So if you're the dude, but the female's in another country, Thailand, it doesn't really matter. And I think if you get your expectations too high, like Timmy has referenced, that's a very, very bad thing. So, you want to say something, Miss Filipino?
No, I look her off.
I know, but you can speak.
Yeah, that's sounds like he got that thing down. How long you been talking to this guy, Timmy? A few months?
A month. So he's
No, a
new.
month. Okay. I'm still new, so.
People don't need to share their entire life on social media.
Yeah, you know what? You don't have to go in there like some jealous, crazy person and go, that's mine. What are you talking to him for?
I agree. Tim, man, we totally agree. We only share what we want to share, and we keep all of the other stuff that we do.
I was in a panel once, huh? Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna be curious all the way up to the day that you actually meet or become a married couple.
There's a married couple?
No, I said I'll always be wondering who that was until the day comes that everyone knows, you know.
Yeah. Now, Timmy. So, Timmy, what you're saying is he kind of hangs back and watches in your panel? Is he like your moderator? Does he protect you? Or is, because, when I come to your streams, that one guy irritates me. So I kind of, throw darts at him because it's just kind of fun. So, but, you do good on yours. James is saying the senior Filipina told me you take what you get out of the Philippines.
Karma is a bitch.
Uh-oh. Who's that?
That's the wife. Man.
Oh my God! The spy, Madam Matahari,
Wave your hand.
Tokyo Rose.
See, she
Yeah.
So
Be a bitch.
she left one room where she was watching us and came in and said hello. Okay, that's nice.
that's what she does.
Oh, shh.
That's what she does.
Oh, Senior Filipina told me, karma is a bitch. If you're married somebody for a reason, Then
Oh.
that result will be gone. You look like you're on prison.
But James, you're right. I've actually been told the same thing by different nationalities. You know that yes, you do whatever it takes to get the hell out of South Africa.
Yeah, but what happened to them when they
I-
arrived?
I agree. I don't think it works out well. It turns out to be bad.
Oh yeah,
But
they think it's better, but
right. But once they divorce the guy that they came to America for and find the other guy, then they're usually happy.
Well,
I don't know.
everything you hope against hope, man. I mean, you could know each other just inside and out, but she's making a go of it. After it's all work
Timmy met her
every day.
so
Timmy,
Timmy has a.
is that where she came from again?
She's from the Philippines, but she lives in Malaysia.
The one that
She works in Malaysia.
She works in Malaysia.
the one can hardly see that. Oh no, that's her friend.
Timmy's from. I remember when I lived in Ohio, they had a town named Cadiz.
So
Hi, James.
Hey, look at that! Oh my God!
okay, while you're here, Miss Lorelai, since we're talking, what?
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, they all know we don't have a heater anymore.
No, we have a heater.
It doesn't work.
Body heat.
So anyway, let's ask Lorelai because I've told you what my expectation was. Did you have any expectations in our LDR? And what were they? I know you did.
Not really, cause I told like David, if it's his, it's his, but I'm gonna work on the Middle East. So when David told me, oh, I really want to see you, then I said like, in person, when? Then David like, oh, probably next summer. When is the summer? And David said probably on what's that? May? What you said, June?
July.
Then I told that one like, well, it's far and there's a lot of things happen, so let's see. And the following day, David told me that I'm going there in December, and I called my employer to postpone my visa going to Middle East because David is coming. So I don't really expect so much. I just follow your guts, which is always true, and make sure that you take note of the details of the person telling you. You put that into pieces, and you can tell that person is lying or not. But don't keep asking the same thing because it's suspicious.
You just ask it.
Ask little bit, like what? Like you ask a catchy question once a week, you detailed it, and you will know that person is real.
Women.
Yeah, it's true. It's across the world, and you don't know nobody, and it's your life. You're gonna live with somebody. You wake up in the morning. If you leave somebody that you don't love, it's your prison. So it's up to the ladies if they want to have a meal ticket.
Oh,
Let's see what
stay as a co-host.
Say James like me, but Anthony, I don't know.
Except for Anthony. The option doesn't come to an independent person
down here.
able to provide her own needs and able to put up.
Hey, where's David's pink robe? I want to see his.
You can grab a chair, sit down.
I know.
So James says that you're probably the better host. Is that what you're saying, James? That she's better than I am?
No.
You know.
True, guts and instinct will help you a lot. The question.
Okay, but let me correct that. Okay, and I know this is.
And don't be blind. Open your eyes, or your father or your instinct.
But ladies, let me correct this. You don't follow your guts. You follow your gut. Okay.
Yeah, gut. What you said, guts?
Oh, no, you said guts.
Okay, it's a plural.
True, guts and instincts. See, that's appropriate. Will help you a lot, no questions.
Yeah.
Little by little, let him open up and by himself.
That's good.
Yeah.
The verbal talking is good so that you will know exactly the expression, the feeling, the intonation of the person that you're talking. And because in by text it can be delivery wrong. It can be have the cause of argument. So it's better to communicate with with voice and expression. But the time when we're dating David, the Facebook thing does not exist on that time. Yeah, they don't have this video that we're doing now.
Oh.
The video call and the Facebook.
No, I told him we used Viber.
Because it doesn't exist
I
at
had-
that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, ask Anthony. They married at the same time,
yeah, we had to use
15 cents a minute or whatever it was.
right? We don't have those time when we're dating.
But I thought we
What
video
one?
called.
Yeah, we video call, but the Facebook is not. It's only chat. But we did on the
The Viber.
Skype,
Oh, Skype.
and I don't know the Viber doing.
You
Yeah, the
did towards
Viber
the
did.
end.
Yeah.
So you didn't have any expectations. I know you did.
So I told
No.
David, like, I don't really want, like planning to get married a white guy because, the divorce thing and, so I have an hesitation then. So when I met David, I'm like, yeah, and his last name is pissed me off. Like, what a playboy last name. Is that really your last name? Because it doesn't sound like a real one. So then David posts the house there. Oh, my dream, like, oh, what a playboy. So yeah, so I don't really like, yeah, let's see how it works. Then my feeling kept telling, like, keep talking to that guy, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I will send a message, and suddenly we're married.
It's a shame. There's U.S. citizens that are married, made a family of foreigners in a foreign country, but they can't probably become U.S. citizens or fly to the U.S. I agree. I agree with you 1,000,000,000% that it is so difficult to do this the right way.
That's why I said you better walk. You can enter in America than flying. It's harder.
Yeah, it's easier to sneak across the
Yeah,
border.
your arms would get real tired.
It does.
Tell them that you need just to walk. Being sarcastic.
Tell them to get to Mexico and across the border illegally, and you're good.
If you walk, you can get in. If you fly, there's a lot of hardship.
And part of what James is saying, and we've talked about this some in other places, James, is I just don't. It's kind of like what would be so horrible about some of these marriages if they don't last. So let's say if the chick is marrying the dude just to get to America, well, isn't it kind of, and then they get divorced after they get here or whatever, or they have a baby with them to get an anchor baby, as they call it. What's really the end result? Because we have people sneaking across the border anyway. At least this way, that they are in America. So I don't know the right answer to any of that part. So, Laurel, I thought I was coming to the Philippines to date a whole bunch of girls.
Oh yeah, I look at David's passport. Give me that damn passport.
Gigolo. He used to be at Chippendale.
No, because somebody text him, Anthony.
Well,
I read it like, oh, I know you're in the Philippines. Like, what?
Somebody hacked his YouTube or Facebook.
No, somebody messaged in the email. Well, there you go.
Like I said, I've been around the community forever, so I had other
There's
Filipinos
somebody, this is my address. Like, what?
saying, "Oh, you're in the Philippines now. Come to my house." But I
Yeah.
did it. That wasn't why I went there.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You know what I did? I get the ticket back and forth, look at exactly the date of stamp of the arrival and departure.
Well, she
Oh
was
boy! Oh my gosh!
You never know. You came from Manila.
and she
It's
took me.
passport.
And she took me to the airport.
Well, you better feel.
Now I did tell somebody the other day. I was talking to them
Well.
about component. If they're going to go over to visit their girlfriend, for the 30 days or whatever it is, you really need to only go if she doesn't have to work. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just making sure that ladies be real when you're dating the person. I already a B before I date David, and David knows it before
No.
we make it serious.
No.
So now he can't return me because I'm already me who was. Yeah, but it's a precaution. You know, you married somebody, it's your life. You need to learn more before you will sign the paper.
Yeah.
It's just like an honesty. What? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm very mean kid, and you know that already.
Kid knows how mean you are. Anthony, everybody knows how mean you are to me. That I'm the good one in the family.
Well, it's across the country. What you're gonna do?
But you know, I was saying you got to when I was going over, one of my expectations was if I'm going to go to the Philippines and I expect her not to work while I'm there, because if I got to go sit in a damn hotel 8, 10, 12 hours for 6 days every day.
Oh yeah, that's why I
to do
quit that
nothing.
job because you
Right.
said that you don't want to be left behind there.
Right. I don't want to go to the Philippines and sit around and do nothing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
my goal was to be with her. And so I told other people that you need to make sure that if you're going to put all this money, time, and effort into it, that she has the time to do.
Yeah, and you told me just to resign because you're
Mhm.
I'm processing the paperwork as
Right.
after you
Right.
left. So yeah, it's faster than I was busy after David went there and filed the paper directly. Then yeah, this process is really fast. But making sure that you're real to somebody, you know, karma is a bitch.
Well, and part of that, guys, was
Carmine?
Karma, karma,
Karma.
karma.
Okay.
Was that I looked at it from this standpoint. If Lorelai was too busy to spend time with me while I'm there,
Yeah.
Is that right?
then it's a scam.
Or inviting 10 of her girlfriends to go to a movie with you both?
Scam.
Mm.
You're right.
Yeah, I spend time with David alone.
Oh, really?
Just to know each other. You know,
Tell us more. Tell us more.
You need, but we spent after that. We spent like a few days. I introduced David to the family.
Family and friends. We did all of that crap too. But
Yeah, after.
Put time together doing what?
Chasing bugs.
Oh,
we went exploring.
Yeah, beating those bugs.
okay.
We went to check out the museum I made a video of that you probably never watched. So, you know, that's what we did.
Yeah, David trying to propose to me on that exhaust pipe of the rooftop.
Oh, is that right? Cat's out of the bag
I
now.
can sit around and do nothing at home and save money.
See, Tim? Exactly. If we're not going to do things and we're not going to be together, then I'll just keep my happy ass home.
At least give him a handshake. Jeez.
You know.
See, that's what David. So I care with David. That's why I spend time with him. Wipe has arguing because he don't want to wipe his forehead is sweating. I was pissed. Like you were not going with me if you have a really messy face.
Messy.
Yeah, because all the sweat coming to his, and he's a man. He don't want to wipe. Like piss me off. Like okay, I'm done on this one. You will wipe or not?
I don't even know what to say. You know, to do it what?
Yeah, you're sweating like that's really bad sweat that you don't want to wipe.
Not sweating now. He's probably sweating a lot.
You know, Americans sweat in the Philippines.
Are you perspiring there, David?
No, I'm good. See,
Yeah, all right.
I'm good. But
So, yeah, I mean,
yeah, I tried some fancy ways to propose, but this one kept screwing them up.
A Happy Meal from McDonald's and put the ring in there?
Well,
oh,
I brought over one of those fake candy
yeah, the
diamond rings.
candy.
Ah,
I didn't expect David will bring me a real diamond.
Yeah.
hey, you go to eat that candy and chip a tooth or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Holy shit.
generous. Wow.
My first Benet wife and I went to her work and pulled her off the job, then handed the boss $5K. 5K pesos or 5K USD?
Would be pesos.
Well, you never know. I mean, officer. Oh,
I like that movie too.
What is that?
I don't know. I haven't watched that movie.
the one that guy gave the boss a 5,000. Is that in the movie or which one?
I don't know.
It was like the movie Officer and a Gentleman.
I guess I watched it maybe when I was a kid. I don't remember that one, kid.
This was told me she would.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
man.
and that's what I did with Lorelai. I just told her don't go to
James
work.
gonna say, "Oh wow."
Yeah.
James Ken. Jay after that, Bezos won't be back.
Ah,
Wow.
there you go. Yeah,
So
pesos.
the boss is jealous. So why you don't JP instead?
No,
that
he
one?
was compensating
No,
the
because he
boss.
don't wanna let the girl.
Right, he was compensating the boss. It's kind of like some of these guys out there who pays the
Yeah.
father for their child, for their
Tim,
daughter.
yeah, Tim, David told me
Yeah.
that one exactly. That I don't want David will left behind there. Maybe find what's that? The hotel girl instead of me. So why would I? I'm a jealous person.
Oh.
I mean, one of the times we went to the Philippines a couple years ago. They went shopping or
Oh, we're
bowling.
married on that.
Yeah, we were married. So we're in the Philippines. Lorelai takes their girlfriends or whoever.
Because you told me.
Yeah, go to the mall and
For one
enjoy
day.
yourself. I go down off the hotel. It was at the Bay Hotel. I go outside there to a little sandwich shop and eat a tuna fish sandwich, which is really, really good, by the way. And by the time I get back, all hell's breaking loose because apparently I've disappeared.
Yeah, you didn't even put a note, and I can't contact you.
I'm like, I'm downstairs eating a sandwich, you know. So then I had to buy her a bunch of cake and desserts.
True story.
True story. Compensated the boss, yeah. Well, I kind of did that. I just compensated, you know.
Oh, I carried her just like a movie. Oh, did she wear heels? Obviously. And get the Cinderella.
And now he has the good wife, the good woman. That was the
Yeah.
bad one. He has the good one. So that's what we did,
I carried her out. Wow.
you know. And Lorelai's going to do she's going to be the main driver of our February 21st live stream, guys. So make sure you tell everybody that needs to know anything about pets.
No heels. I thought you carried like a sweetheart carried. Boss, I'm taking.
You'll have to watch that movie. I'm sure it's on Netflix or YouTube.
Well, Ken is already explaining it.
Yeah.
No heels. Oh, when I was working, I wore 2 to 3 inches heels on the Philippines. Huh?
Mhm. Yeah, we didn't do anything like that. I did try to do some fancy crap, but Miss Poo Poo Head here, kept poo poo and everything I tried to do that was fancy and romantic, you know. See?
Well, I never expect that you're gonna propose me anyway. So
Well, what do you think I came there for?
to check me.
Coochie.
What am I going to do? Look under the hood and go, yeah, kick the tires? Yeah, it's a car.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have experience of guys. So what the heck?
But you were surprised then.
Yeah, that was really bad. I almost packed my clothes because I'm pretty jealous. Like, I think I was full, so just pack my clothes, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And thinking, oh my, and I'm the city. I don't want to walk, and I'll be, stabbed there, and
Murdered and killed.
murdered and killed or whatever.
Yeah, get under. It's awful that foreign countries around the world are so oppressed about their own citizens. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But,
What is that story about?
officer and gentlemen,
No. After that, that she carried his.
I don't know. I have to
Excellent.
watch the movie. I don't know.
What's the title?
Officer and Gentleman.
Yeah, Jules.
I think it's a Tom Cruise movie. Do
I
you
know,
know
Tom Cruise.
Mr. Yank? Is that a Tom Cruise movie?
Who?
Officer and a Gentleman?
No, Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. Oh, the hamster guy.
Richard Gere and what's his name's ex-wife?
Oh, that narrows it down.
Oh, Timothy Hutton's ex-wife.
I don't know who that
Okay.
is.
Deborah Winger. Deborah Winger.
Yeah, don't follow that moves again, or you're having an ex-wife.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm just kidding, Kim.
No, Ken's good, man. He just,
That's really wrong.
yeah, he's good.
I'm
He's
still
more-
trying to imagine why he needs to give a 5,000 because
Because he told the boss, look, I'm taking your worker away because she needs to be with me. So here, I'm going to compensate you for the loss of her work productivity.
for that day. But you said
For
this
that-
guy
for the
not
whole
going.
time.
Yeah,
For the
but
whole time.
yeah.
For the whole time that he was there. So it's kind of like if you had a job and I went there for 30 days
The
and I
5,000
told your
is
boss,
only
here's
like-
$5,000. She's going to come with me for 30 days and then you can have her back.
Yeah, but-
Because the boss wouldn't fire you. Maybe they'd let you come back then.
Probably he has a gift.
Right. So it's a bribery. That's, is that about right, Ken? It'd be kind of like bribing the boss. It's kind of like, except for there's a couple of YouTubers out here that have big channels that have very, very young wives. But, they go to the father, which is different, and say, hey, I want to buy your daughter. I want to marry your daughter. And then, cough up a new little jeepney or multi-cab, and they get a brand new child bride.
Kind of like a bribe. Kinda.
Get a brand new pair of roller skates. You get a brand new key.
Yeah, but it happens without question. So, but yeah,
When you proposed, you were sweatier than a dog in a Chinese restaurant, huh?
no, I was asleep.
That's our secret.
I can't tell you how I proposed.
Oh, okay.
It's against the law. Mhm. But
It was funny. I mean, it's unforgettable proposal.
but it's kind of we like I said, we've had 2 weddings in the same day, so it's on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you had a chance, but you had a chance to get the hell out of Dodge, but you stayed. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ken says it's more like I knew I was taking his good employee. That's right, and that's kind of what I mean. So he's
All right.
compensating the loss of her productivity, So that's good.
Give him allowance of Anna.
But absolutely, we got married twice on the same day. So Ken says, "Do I paid him and carried her out? She never went back to work. Within 8 months, I brought her to America. We were here in 6 months, so that's good."
Hmm.
Like paying a dowry. Well, yeah, it is. It's kind of like, I didn't pay a dowry for Lorelai, but in the traditional sense,
Yeah,
we brought gifts.
Hmm.
What I did?
you need to pay me.
Oh.
Phew.
Yeah, I forgot those. Yeah,
No.
pay me.
Oh boy.
Everybody got silent.
But but we took the family out. I think I brought shoes. I don't know what the hell I did back then. It was many thousands of years ago. But I didn't pay a
Yeah,
dowry.
we just pay. We just give them a little bit gifts,
Yeah, we bought everybody gifts, I guess.
like
to,
only one luggage that you got because you're bringing 2 luggage.
to appease the family, I guess. We did it like that, right?
They're my sister.
No, we did your uncle and things.
No, that's a package. You're already married on that time.
Was it? I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, we didn't have to pay dowry, luckily.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you. How are you? How about you, Mr. Yank? Did you share the wealth with your wife's family when you went there the first time or second time?
Wow.
Second time, yeah.
They did say that the 7 years is really tough year for being married.
Yeah.
Oh, 7-year itch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you pass those, then after
I
10
don't have-
years.
I didn't have that this time because
Well,
I'm
you're
older.
wiser.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So Ken divorced 7 years later. Now he's been with Maureen for
Yeah,
5.
we know some people get divorced in 7 years.
Yeah, quite
I
a
mean,
few.
few of it.
So
Wow.
what did you have to cough up, Mr. Yank?
What's that?
What did you do kind of like as a dowry-ish?
You know, like a pasalobum, you mean?
Well, I mean, did you?
Pasalubong, that's cheap. Dowry. We're talking about dowry.
Yeah. So, did her family expect you to like buy them a new toaster oven?
They'll buy their new car.
a bag
No,
of
not a car, not a car, no. But I did other things.
Fix
Mat-
their house.
Mattress, whatever.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave
that's one.
I
Yeah.
gave her mother, I think about $2,000 over the first 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
Tim
one.
says you did, me or Ken.
Her. It means female.
I know.
You
but,
should pay me for
Oh,
putting
my
up
God.
with you.
Better not close your eyes tonight when you go to sleep, David.
I do. I mean, I
You
do
you
every
better
day.
keep one open.
Tim, every day I pay, and I pay. Look at my hands. I pay.
You're
You should
the
put a
one.
lock. You should put a lock on that door right there with the computer.
Uh, I never stop paying, kid. I can't get the blood out,
Uh,
those type of things. I tell the joke I was rich before I got married.
Oh, bullshit.
yeah. Hey. Oh boy.
Oh, it's a kid.
Oh.
Now, what's interesting about that, because I learned a little bit about that in the Philippines with our Muslim friends.
He's
And
paying He's paying every day.
Yeah, if it's a female, the female will give to the guy.
From in Pakistan, but
Okay.
other countries it's reversed. So depending on which country they're from, or they take on that faith, either the dude pays or the
Then
wife
if you
pays.
get divorced, what happened? They will pay you back?
That's a good question. I paid the father $2,500 and the mosque
the church.
$1,000. Right.
Wow, that's a lot for the church.
Did you get that back when you got a divorce? Jim says he was married for 6.5 years before he got a divorce. And then I've been with his GF, which is a girlfriend, if you don't know, for over 7 years now.
6.5. So that's really like
Same
almost
thing.
close to 7 or
No.
surviving to 7. That would be a big
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Glad you passed.
Now, like now is it in India where they do
No,
all
I
the,
did not get it back.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's arranged India.
where they get all the gold? Is that?
Yeah, they will dress up you for 24 carats in the wedding.
Yeah. So I didn't get anything.
Do you have a? We will not ask this as an ex-wife. I wonder how they get married with a gold.
Filipina, you know who this is.
Uh-oh.
Miss Filipina with an attitude. Hello and welcome.
Mercy.
Mm-hmm. How are you? Lorelai's here. She says,
Hello.
we're talking about relationships. Everybody say
No,
hello
there you go.
to
Mercy
Mercy.
is my.
Yeah.
No, you were talking about relationships.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're talking about expectations of
Well, we're talking
LDRs.
football.
We're talking expectations of LDRs.
Yeah, LDR, long
Distance
distance
relations.
relation.
Not long term, but long distance.
Long term.
She says he's doing good. Everybody make sure you say hi. And if you haven't subscribed
That's
to the channel,
really good picture.
it's like a cartoon, right?
Obviously. What do you think?
So,
I was born after you, so I'm more on tech.
You sure?
okay.
Do you have a question, Anthony?
Hang on.
No. So you sure you were born after him?
Whatever.
Everybody's saying hello to Filipino with that. Where's your husband at today? I know I saw him on a live stream earlier. So
That's 21 degrees here.
it's cold. So, and then of course, Filipino with an attitude. One thing here I want to shout out to you is in February the 21st on our Tuesday night live stream, which is tonight. Lorelai is going to be driving the bus on the topic of bringing pets to and from the Philippines. So if you know anybody that has those issues, we've been asked about that over the years a lot and just never made a video on it. So we're going to do a live stream talking about that and answering questions. So, but tonight we're just talking about expectations of LDRs.
Wait, what? You go outside.
Yeah, he was in Honey KO's channel.
Honey Cole.
Honey KO.
Cole. Honey Cole.
Baby Cole.
What are you trying to argue me? It's
Honey
K-O.
Cole.
Yeah, KO. Oh, KO means me.
No, Cole. Cole. I teach you how to Cole.
But Co would be KOO.
Oh, cool.
Nice. See, she agrees with me. Thank you, Filipino with an attitude, for agreeing with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. So,
Honey Cole channel, yeah.
She's right. I always right.
Well, she put an X, an S on that. He's
He's been in America too long.
So, Mercy, do you have any expectations of your long-term relationship, long distance relationship from back when you guys were dating or whatever the deal was? That's kind of what we're talking about is expectations of one party or the other, no matter where they're at, where they're from. If there's expectations when a couple or a person and another person says, we are going to do an LDR, then what are the expectations?
The expectation is he needs to answer my message every day.
Well, okay.
Call me before you leave and go to sleep. I tried to wake up early.
And she kept me awake. My job suffered.
Oh, you're such a liar. Oh my goodness.
How often do you chit chat with your wife now, Mr. Yank, every day, right, or every other day?
Yeah.
See,
Not so much. The kids are always using their phone.
see, once a week is good. You know,
Do you want me to go to the Philippines on vacation my own once a week?
I'm just waiting on things to fall in place so I can leave.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yep. It's all worth the wait, though. I tell you.
That's good.
I'll be coming back here one more time. Hopefully that'll be it.
Filipino with an attitude says, "I don't have expectations. We just treat each other like best friends."
My oldest son getting married next year.
I think that's good. You know, Timmy was talking earlier about not having expectations because when you do, life goes south or goes bad.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, and I know we're kind of talking about expectations in more of a deeper meaning. But as I said earlier, I knew my expectation of getting involved in an LDR was that I had to pick up and go to the Philippines. So otherwise, I couldn't be an LDR if I wasn't willing to go.
And you need to research the culture of the person that you're dating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's only
So
smart.
you will know and not get offended because Filipinas are sensitive.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You don't know whether
Say
mad.
it louder. Say it louder.
You don't know
Shout it
whether
in.
mad. So I've been told that if you don't feel something, tell your husband that you don't like it because American guy is different from a Filipino. They will not pamper you so much like the Filipino guys.
Those Filipino guys are gay.
So you just told them that you don't like it, that you feel bad or you're sad whatsoever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. But
You're speechless.
am I? No, I had a thought.
Your thought is gone, dissolving my love for you.
Is that what it is?
So yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
why you need to learn the culture because it's way different. I just lock the David in my in the room when I get mad. And send them a text, don't talk to me.
Which I go, okay, sounds good. See you later.
Yeah.
At least, it's not unfair to the other, to understand you more. It's a new relationship. It's hard. That's why it's called couple. It's not all about you. It's not all about him. It's between it's two of you.
But you know, I mean, and realistically, you know, I had to go to the Philippines to be an LDR. And then from my perspective, I guess if I really think about it, I knew that if I was going to spend time and money to go all the way to the Philippines, I expected the relationship to work out. You
Well,
know?
the Filipinos doesn't know that American is hard to get those
To
go
get-
to the Philippines because we think that the the ticket is not that too expensive. It's just like, yeah, if he loves me, he will come to me directly. But yeah, I mean, Filipinos don't expect too much because money in America is really really hard to get. So
Hey, David spent all that money on the airplane ticket. Did he expect you to put out?
yeah, but what I did is I don't have a job. I'm free time with David because I know it's a long flight and he need an
Mhm.
assistance, and I don't want him to be left alone somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
checking other girls.
that's right. You know that.
But you know, but the expectations are there. You if you're going to whether we say, oh, we don't really have any because it will work out or not or whatever.
Yeah, my
I
expectation.
disagree.
Yeah, my expectation coming in America, like, oh my, does he really like me, or she just forced to marry to watch me because he couldn't find better girls? I'm
Well,
dramatic.
I had like four friends, Filipino friends on Facebook. Each one of them asked me, "Is there anybody meeting you at the airport?" And I told her, "Yeah." You know, so she made sure to follow me to the airport, even though her flight didn't leave for 5 hours after mine, just to make sure I wasn't going anywhere else.
Me, I get a ticket of David. Like I looking him, watching, And after that, I called him when he arrived because I'm smart, so I know all the things. I travel a lot, so I know the airport works.
Uh-huh.
I even look at his departure time, and I chat him like, "Did you made it safely?" You know, when he arrived in Dallas, okay, you made it like this. And when he's home, it's not about I don't trust him. I'm just concerned that he will not lost in the airplane because it's his first time doing the overseas. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah, he
That's what Heidi
almost
knows.
missed on his hello, Luz.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, David almost missed his flight. That was really
hmm.
pissed me off. Both Maureen and my ex always get me at the airport. I
Yeah.
know we're very caring. I'm pretty.
Yeah, they want to make sure you're leaving and not saying you got to go back and then go to a different hotel.
Luz, everybody make sure you say hi to Luz. Luz, say hi to everybody if you would please. We greatly appreciate you being
I
here.
don't know that person. I don't know.
And yeah, Lorelai got me at the airport, and which I appreciate. And you know, I got mixed up in America about the time difference, and almost
Yeah.
missed the
I
flight.
prepare everything for David Smooth. I rent the car so that he will get in and get the hotel,
Oh, yeah.
fix everything.
Yeah, Lorelai took care of everything.
Yeah, and everything. He just followed me.
She even had groceries at the hotel.
Yeah, and I buy what he wants first, so that he can eat. Because the time that he will be arriving, it's
3
midnight.
a.m. again.
So I fed him, and I was a good wife.
It's like we are always arriving.
I was a good girlfriend, but I'm a good wife now. Filipino. You guys been married so long. It's not bad as you think. You trust people that abroad it.
Really out loud.
Yeah. You guys been married for so long. Yeah, we're old. LDR is not as bad as you think.
It's not.
It's not. You trust building up already, unlike people who are not married. Too risky, I guess. Yeah, especially the technology now. That's why I Googled David when I was time and pick a little bit. Oh, how far is the gas station from there? But I already know how far it is. Just making sure he's not lying to me.
Yeah.
No,
It's Tony. You don't remember me?
no, vaguely.
How you like that?
No.
Well, I'll tell you this. See, LDR is not that bad, but don't enter. Here's my advice, and I tell other guys this: if you can't go to the Philippines, if you're not willing to go down that road of marriage, if you're not willing to evaluate this, spend the money, put the work in, then don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't waste the girl's time and don't waste your own
I
time.
know. 3 years up is exemption though. Well, 3 years only. Mine is 6 months. If you don't go, you're here, man.
I don't understand. 3 years.
3 years up in exemption though. Maybe the long distance, what she's talking about.
Yeah, 3 years is up. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's too much for so long. 3 years. I don't know.
So, Luz, do you have a channel? If you have a channel, let
I
us
know
know.
last Friday night was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Well, for Mr. Yank, it was.
Was that right?
Where you came from, Luz? Let the people knows a little bit about you.
Oops.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a channel? If you have a channel, let me know, and I'll make it where you can drop your link. So
yeah,
everybody can
Lily,
find it.
it's not time to go to bed yet. It's not
Right,
8
right.
o'clock. You go up to bed better.
Oh, yeah. You know, Betty Boy schedule there?
Now my dog likes to tuck in at 8 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock now.
Oh,
The dogs are really bad about making us do what the hell they want.
okay.
They think they own the house, and
You want to go to pee?
I didn't know.
All right, give me a second. I'll be back.
Long time ago, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember last Friday. Well, was it Friday on your channel? I guess because Tuesday's my channel, so she must be referring to yours. You remember her coming in on your channel?
Oh, no.
Les is from PA. Next blue, Mr.
No, I don't remember.
So much. I hope the ladies will realize it soon. Guys who come and meet the girl are those who I call a few good men. Absolutely. And that's kind of the deal. But I want to say this because I know there's drama going on in the world, which always is.
No.
But I think the guys, not all the guys that go to the Philippines to meet a girl have good intentions, and that's a shame and that's bad. But it's kind of like Lorelai. Lorelai had high hopes, I guess. I would think it's good to have high hopes that if you're in a relationship, if you're going to, and the difference is this: are you saying that Lorelai and I were committed to each other before I caught the plane, right? We were committed, so that's it. But if a guy comes over and he's not committed and he's just kind of playing the field, and yeah, maybe I'll hook up with this girl or that girl, and except for sex pats. Yeah, that's right. Sex pats are the bad ones, and we know a lot of those, and there's a lot of them out there. And they're going to run games and feed some of these girls bullshit and get them to think, oh, no, you're special. But it's not the way it is.
Never know.
True mercy, the guy who actually shows up is serious. I agree with you because it costs so much time and money to put forth this. And I guess I'll tell you this. From my perspective, when I got to the Philippines many thousands of years ago, and Lorelai thought that I might be there to see other Filipinas, it irritated me because I put all this hard work, effort, and money to fly across the world just to see her, to be with her. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Yank?
I don't know. I have no idea.
And you still don't remember Luz from Pennsylvania?
No, I'm kidding. I know him. I know him.
Tim says.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, Tim, you live in the sex pack capital of the Philippines, so buy it.
Six pack capital.
Well, isn't that what Angeles City is? Isn't that what it's considered? Angeles City is considered the sex, capital of the Philippines.
I don't know anybody from Pennsylvania.
No, that's in the Philippines. We call it Angeles.
Yeah, he knows. So,
The true Mercy, the guy who actually showed up, is serious.
and what do you think about what Mercy says? Here. That's what Mercy said while you're gone. See, and I was just telling them, it was irritating to me.
No, it was irritating me because we plan a good thing, and there you go, you get a message there. You don't even tell me that somebody messaged you checking on you, or somebody that is already in the Philippines. That's pissed me off.
But I didn't come there for them. I came there.
We'll never know. She gave you an address.
See,
Man, I always pack my clothes.
no matter what I do, I have nothing wrong and I'm in trouble.
But you should be honest to tell me.
Oh, what about some girl who knew me?
Yeah, and baby told me that don't touch that backpack, and I said, "What?" I told her, "What?"
Yeah.
I was supposed to David telling, yeah, making sure that you put that as your pillow because I've never touched that. It's not me. Well, the truth is he hid a ring there, which I never touched.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's why he told me, like, don't touch that one.
Well, what I told her, it wasn't like that.
No, that's how you said. Don't touch that backpack. And I told you,
don't touch that backpack. You just piqued her curiosity even more when you said, don't touch that backpack.
Yeah, I never touch it. It's not really me.
No, but she was helping to put things away in the room, right?
Yeah, good.
So I just said, leave that one alone.
Yeah, don't touch anything except that one. Like, what do you think of me, Tiff?
Ken, I hope when you visit the Philippines, we can meet up with Bam and MMK. She's wanting to know when you're coming back again. So
that's good.
Yeah, Ken's a good guy. Ken, have you ever, before you take off, you come down to Arkansas?
She said she don't have a link.
And,
where's she from, Liz?
She said she's from Pennsylvania.
Oh.
So
next clue from PA, next clue.
So what is it?
Wala. Link dito.
Okay.
Just kind of transparency should always lead to build trust. I know. See, you better told me on that one.
Don't touch this. And how more transparent could I be?
If I'm not be scared walking on the downtown by myself.
Like a $10,000 diamond ring, and I just leave the damn thing alone, and we'll get to it.
Did I touch your backpack? Never.
No.
Good.
Is that your pet name? Was it your backpack? Oh my gosh.
Mercy is looking like June. He's hoping to get there back in June.
So that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it gets back by June, huh? I know he's over in Hawaii now.
Yeah.
Say, hello to Joe.
Thank you.
Hello to Joe.
I'll be talking to you tomorrow some more, David.
Now, have you guys been giving me thumbs up, by the way? Did I put that in?
You're almost done.
Yeah.
We got it on a timer? Oh, my God.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel. Uh-oh.
Joe and Jenny, hello.
He's gonna.
Oh yeah, he has a brother.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Brother Jim, he lives within range of you. See, you guys can get together then. Luz, Tony, how did you get on the panel without a link in the chat?
I got on here when he started. David, he's probably pinned that link.
Yeah, it's there, and the link is right there. You just, before I let you up, you got to show yourself, of course.
Well, you believe me, you know who he is, or you know.
The link, if you want to come up in the panel, you're right.
Believe me, you know him.
All right.
His wife is from pretty close to where mine's from, so.
Oh, Kiko. Howdy, how are you?
Wow, finally made it up.
I know. We're We are impressed that you have blessed us.
There's no link in the chat until you just put it up there.
So I told, well, you had it in the chat, but you go further along you go, the more it it disappears. So
The more it disappears, yeah, just
Yeah, you
like
gotta-
your memory.
yeah, exactly.
You go on one more sentence and you forget.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Mabuti, Hatikao.
Oh.
We went to Tagalog for it.
You have a
Mabuti.
big, wait a minute.
You heard Anthony? How did you?
You have a big booty and you ate a cow.
Mabuti,
Yeah.
that's a response to Kamusta.
Mabuti is mataba.
I'm fine.
I got a mataba booty.
Well, you do, huh?
Your
Well,
wife
that
knows what that is.
sounds like a personal thing there.
Filipinos say, wow, Ken, that's great. We're going to hook up and we're going to treat you guys to the best food that you can have in the Philippines. So, wow, that's very nice of you.
Tony, what's up with the heavy breathing?
What's that?
What's up with the heavy breathing?
Heavy
You got the
breathing.
windows open. It's windy.
Heavy breathing. I got my headset on, plugged into my phone
Yeah,
here.
you got a good mic now. It's picking up everything.
Well, I didn't have this on till about 10 minutes ago, and I thought, hey, because the jack on my other one didn't work on here.
As long as it doesn't pick up other bodily sounds.
Yeah. Well,
You don't need any of
that
that.
you're so good at.
me.
You.
I don't know what the heck you talking about, man.
No.
Mercy, Ken is saying
That
it'd be great to
spicy
meet
salmon.
you guys.
No, I had some Gordon's. What the hell? I forget what
Fish
kind of cut
sticks.
that was. No, it wasn't
Gordon's
fish sticks.
sticks.
Yeah,
No.
I bought a carton of them too, but
Oh, my bad. The Philippine pronunciation is fish steaks.
yeah, the beefsteak.
So, Kinko, do you have any thoughts about expectations of an LDR? That's what we're working on. Ooh, you stink, dog.
Expectations? I don't know. It was 21 years ago. I kind of forgot. But, no, I was back in the days before chat, before you could see each other and talk. It was strictly emails, and she could only receive them when there was not a brownout. So, it was back in snail mail. I mean, Yahoo, You've Got Mail. Remember that? Dial-up modems and things like that.
Oy.
So we'd get about 1 or 2 emails each direction a week, maybe. Unless, it should have to go to the internet cafe.
So,
if there was a brownout, she couldn't send one. So
you didn't know the face of who you were talking to?
I did, because she was on Cherry Blossom site. I saw her
Oh,
picture.
okay.
Just her face.
When get married,
And
they met, right?
And you were on Horny Toad, right?
and I had no picture up. So she was kind of going blind, fortunately. She couldn't see who I was.
Oh my
And
gosh!
finally, after we were writing for a while, and I used snail mail, which was a mistake. Of course, it takes a month to get there. But I sent a 7-year-old passport photo, which was like an inch and a half.
Oh, you looked real good in that one.
Black and white, yeah. And it was. In fact, I think I was still in the military, so I had the haircut and everything. But I sent that photo.
You showed her an airbrush photo.
Well, glamour shots, whatever.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Remember the days of glamour shots?
Glamour shots, huh?
She had very low expectations then.
Well, yeah, he was from Pennsylvania for one, so.
No, she was seeking a foreigner, obviously, on a dating site.
Mm-hmm.
So we started emailing, and we did that for months and months. I had just moved to my job, and I was training. I told her I couldn't get. We met in October, I believe, of 2000. And I told her I couldn't go until April of 2001, which was like 6 months down the line. And she was lined up to take a job in the UAE as an OFW, because she had a degree in computer science, right? So she had already gotten her passport from the employee agency,
Yeah. Visa.
and she told her, and I said, well, you know, you have like 3 strikes against you. You're female, you're a Christian, and you're a foreigner. You know, and I've heard some very horror stories about people going there. They tell you, yeah, you're going to do office work and be a computer, you know, do work in your field, and then you get there and they take your passport and you do whatever they tell you. So I told her that, just the horror stories I had heard.
We had the same.
And
We have
so-
the exact same story, Kinko. We have the exact same story, Kinko.
So she held off and she didn't go, and they were trying to get their passport back because they paid for her to get the passport, right? But I told her, no, that is property of your government. That doesn't belong to them, you know. So
Yeah, they hold it so you don't take off.
so I went over in April for 10 days.
No, is that
And,
the same story to us?
Yeah, same story.
Yeah.
She was ready to go to
Yeah.
the Middle
Yeah.
East, and I told her, look, with the horror stories, the fact that we decided to be an LDR, I'll send you money, don't work, whatever. It's not worth, because I didn't want to go to the LDR. I mean, to wherever the hell she was going to go with, just to go visit her. So I'm like, just stay.
Yeah,
in
I think she was going to have a 2-year commitment, at least 2 or 3. And I said, well, that's, you know, fine. I'll wait if that's what you want to do, you know. Like they just do an LDR while, you know. But I ended up going in April for 10 days, and I think I proposed her on email that I made on the plane going on the way home. And as soon as I got home, I started the K-1 visa process.
Wow. We're
As soon
very,
as I got home, I mean, I was diligent about it.
I proposed
And
while I was
it took 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months too.
And I knew from other stories that you don't get married there because it takes longer for a spousal visa, twice as long than it does for a K-1. So obviously we were interested in being together as soon as possible. So
right.
So I did the K-1 visa, and then she was just ready to go. She was at whatever it was, St. Luke's Hospital, where they get the physical and
Yeah.
the final. You know, they watched the movie of the horror stories of
Yes.
being married to a foreigner and all that. And then 9/11 of 2001 hit, and they closed all the embassies down in the world, right? So we thought that was really going to delay the process. But
Yeah.
18 days after that, she got here September 29th. So, and then 5 days later, we got married after she was here.
Yeah. Well, we
knew she had 90 days.
We didn't wait 90 days either.
Yeah, David harassed me on the date. I said,
He
no.
harassed you.
Let's just get
David
this-
didn't get it done, so I'm tired. Like, no, I want to pick a date. I don't care.
So we waited 5 whole days.
Mhm.
But
So-
she shocked me because my wife has naturally like curly hair, you know. And when she got off the plane in Detroit, when I met her, her hair was straight.
No.
Uh-oh.
And I recognized her because she was the only Filipino getting off the plane to Detroit. But
That helps.
I looked, I was like, what happened to your hair? What?
You had her meet you. You didn't go over there first. You had her come here.
You
No,
have
he
to,
was there.
Tony, to do the K-1. I had to go there, take pictures, prove you have
Yeah,
a
I went through all that. Yeah,
prove you met in person. You have to
Yeah.
have that.
I know
So,
that.
yeah, I went for 10 days in April.
Mm,
I'm talking 6 months later when she got here, Tony.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I was off in the bathroom. I just got back in there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to take everybody in there with me. So.
Thank God. No,
Well, I thought you'd leave the mic on.
I don't want out, huh? It sounded like a waterfall. That's all.
no, we have a very similar tale too. But yeah, I agree. The Lorelei, when I met her, had very long curly hair. And when we were in the Philippines visiting a couple of years ago, she wanted to get it straightened, and so we did, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Bonding, they call it. I asked. I had a this bus route where I did picked up the school kids in the day, and I asked this girl. I said, "You Spanish, right?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "What is? Do you have a process called the hair bonding?"
Yeah.
And she said, "I don't know. I never heard of that."
It's where they
And-
glue the hair on you.
And it turns out that her last name was her mother's maiden name, Lanquino.
Yeah, and hair bonding is where they glue hair.
Well, they
Her
don't call it that here. I just,
around here.
well, usually here is when a black person has their hair bonded. You know.
Yeah.
I've never had mine.
Okay, what does bonding do to hair?
What?
Hair straightening.
Mhm.
They glue hair into the hair, and they heat bond it to be longer, maybe. You know, it could be curly, so kind of like a thick wig. Ken says my ex used to bond her hair all the time. It makes it real straight. Yeah, I don't like the
But
straight.
whatever she did, she had it straightened right before she
Okay.
got here.
Yeah,
You say, what the hell happened?
yeah, but yeah, I remember when Lorelai landed in our airport. You
Mhm.
know, so it was easy to pick her out too. She was the shortest person off the plane.
No. Yeah, and there's a guy there who's trying to. Then I showed my ring, like, damn, I got big ring, so
You know,
back off, man.
back off.
Bondeo.
But you had no troubles getting through customs, did you? Or anything?
I know they told me like student, go that side. Like I'm looking on it, and he was pissed, and he pulled my passport, and he looked at it.
They thought she was coming over on a student.
I went to Chicago when mine arrived, and she had on this scar, something over her head, and this guy standing there thought she was Muslim. I said no, she just looks like that.
Yeah, I don't have a
Lorelai
problem.
was wearing a gold cat suit.
Jumpsuit,
She's wearing what?
Gold
Cat-
cat suit.
jumpsuit,
A cat suit.
no jumpsuit.
Like Catwoman.
Oh my God, really?
No, I don't wear those ones.
So he's real freaky there, David. Oh, okay.
Well, Lorelai says it's called a jumpsuit. I call them cat suits.
No.
Jumpsuit.
It's
She looked like the
Shit.
Oscar award trophy.
She didn't look like she was in Ghostbusters.
No, I wear the jumpsuit like a straight, like it's like a slap. It's a lot of air move around. But yeah, it's a it's a long. Yeah, and
Oh
they
no.
asked me a lot of questions. They just said, "Do you have a?"
Tell us.
I said, "Yeah," and that's it.
David, what month of the year did she arrive?
August.
Oh, mine was the end of September.
Oh, the December.
Yeah.
She was freezing here, and it wasn't even really that cold to me.
No, I did
It was-
third
it
week
was-
of August.
It was 40 when mine arrived.
Yeah, it's warm when I arrived.
Yeah, she got here third week of August. And we got married on the last week of August. So we took about a month to get everything
Yeah,
organized.
because we need to set up everything. We have a
Yeah.
wedding on,
I had to meet all of her demands. You know,
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Pay
they
the dowry.
buy those 100. That
Mhm.
time it's 150 already. The bouquet, and I told David, "What? There's no way
flowers.
for 150 for flowers only. I will go to the Sam and buy my own bouquet."
She made her own arrangement.
Daisies.
Yeah, it's cheaper. 150.
What part of the Philippines are you from, Lorelai?
Cebu,
City.
Shabu.
So you're
Cebu,
Visayan.
Cebu. Bisaya.
No, they got a different language there.
My wife is from Mindanao, but she's
Yeah, I can speak
Visayan.
different dialect.
Come here, my concubine. Come here.
Who's your wife?
What are you harassing her again?
No, she's asking me who my wife is.
Mm-hmm.
We're checking on our man.
Yeah.
Jim and Beth's channel. His name is no more.
Yeah.
21 years and 3 anak.
From Mindanao, so speak of my Bisaya too, but a little bit twist.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
she
there's
has
a
her own. She has her own dialect, Kamayo.
Yeah. There's a lot of my friends I know is from Mindanao.
And we have a lot of people from that
Yeah,
live
here.
in this region,
I-
America, that are from Minden.
I remembered. I don't know what I was talking to you guys about, and Lorelai said it in her language, and my wife saw that. She goes, "I don't know what the heck that says." So she had no idea what it said.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in Bisaya. It was whatever language you got there in Cebu.
Cebuano.
Cebuano.
Cebuano, yeah.
Their own terminology.
They can pick up. Well, I mean, Tagalog is on TV. You kind of pick up on a little bit of that here and there. But
Yeah, I can speak
Well,
Ilonggo.
Are you familiar with the dialect in Zamboanga called Chabacano, which is strictly
Chabacano.
Spanish?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, no.
It's like completely all regular Spanish.
Yes. They're the only
in
yeah.
Zamboanga.
Yes.
Zamboanga.
That is crazy.
Spanish there.
I've heard them. Yeah, their music, their songs, it's just pure Spanish.
Oops.
And there's definitely a lot of Spanish influence. Yeah.
Well, there's some people that speak proper Spanish over there still. Probably got that from the Mexican Spanish or the Spaniard Spanish.
Spaniards.
Yeah, we do that at class in
Well,
college.
a lot of the Spaniards that went all over there were from Mexico too. So
yeah, they teach that in a college about.
No, Tony, they were from Spain.
Spain.
well, yeah, they were from. Some of them settled in Mexico there, and then they came over. Not everyone, but some of them came over from Mexico.
Oh, really? Because we're originated by Spain.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know what makes them not Mexican. I mean, is it a generation or what? I don't know.
What was it? Was it like 300 years of colonization?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 300. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 300. So give or take a few years there.
Yeah, we're really like my grandpa really speak good in Spanish.
Yeah.
And English.
Because I was younger, I'd go, man. Well, what do they got Spanish last name for? They live in Asia.
Yeah.
It's an interesting history.
It is. All right, my friends, we've been on for 2 hours, and you know the rules. I only do 2 hours.
Well, your wife's right there, though. You don't have to run off camera, though, anymore.
Yeah, still, I only like to do 2 hours,
Come on, man.
You ate dinner already, right? You cooked dinner?
Don't be a wussy.
Yeah, we've already done dinner.
Already.
Yeah.
So you got no reason to leave then.
Tony's got nothing else, man.
Yeah.
Tim says, what does Tim say? Spanish is not the same as Mexican Spanish language.
I know it's not the same. I'm well aware of that. But some of the folks that came over to the Philippines came over by way of Mexico. I know the Spanish, the Spaniard influence and all that.
That's a job if you got 4 hours live.
Yeah, I don't know how people really and truly do, very long live streams. I know the ones that turn it on and make you look at bubbles or an ocean for 10 days, but to sit out and do hours upon hours upon hours of live
do like Michael's. Michael went to sleep and left his on for hours.
Yeah.
I tried to get on this morning. It was a black screen.
Yeah, he was slurring his words today, so I didn't bother going on.
Yeah, it's a normal day for him, Michael. It's a normal
Yeah,
day.
Mercy, because she is graduate, she has a class for Spanish class.
Yeah. Mercy,
Yeah.
too, right?
The old school Spanish folks here, they don't appreciate it when the American version of the Mexican language it irritates the hell out of them.
Mexicano.
Well, I had a few ladies on my bus that were Mexican, and this one particular lady, she liked speaking proper Spanish, and not the Spanish version of the American version of Mexican language.
What is funny, I'll tell you this story.
No habla español.
No habla.
No habla.
What's funny is one of the trips we made back and forth, we sat next to Lorelai here. I guess she looks like she's. Apparently, people think she's either Mexican, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. Every time we go somewhere, there's some little
You,
that comes up and starts speaking Korean to her. On the plane, it was a lady from Vietnam, right?
Uh-huh.
see,
The whole flight, she kept talking to Lorelai. Lorelai's like, finally,
Then the Korean
Yeah.
was talking to me in Spanish. I don't know, in Korean. Then I said, I speak English.
you forgot to put an H in the habla.
Yeah, it looked like I'm what is that? What is that animal that blends?
chameleon.
Yeah, come
These friend of mine were down in Florida once, and she was on an elevator. They're black, and there were some Cubans on there talking to her, and she didn't know what the hell they said.
Happens to her all the time, whether it's Spanish, or Korean, or
You kind of know. When my wife got here, and we went to local mall, and they just seemed to seek out each other, because no sooner as we got in the door, here comes a Filipino coming.
hey, Jack, how are you? Everybody say hi to Jack. Jack, say hi to everybody.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
No, it is a little crazy. Figuring, around here especially. That's what I tell people, if you want to go to, a country where there's so many different cultures, you don't got to travel the world. You just got to go to the United States.
It doesn't feel strange for me to be around different folks because we're all made up of a lot of different folks. So, when they say foreigner to me over there, I don't
know what the hell that is.
Well, it just doesn't dawn. I don't,
I know. I'm with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't register. I mean, I had so many people from so many different nations, and they've traveled all over the country.
Yeah, it just seems odd when I hear that. Oh, you're a foreigner.
No, it is weird.
Like Tony. Hey, Tony, you speak too fast.
Hey, oh.
Yeah, you don't even
done.
Italian.
Yeah.
You can't speak Italian.
Hey, Joe.
So
he does not know what he talk about, huh?
Hey, Joe.
He can mimic that.
Joe.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter for you, huh?
Whoa. Gotta talk.
The oil. Where's the oil?
Where's the oil?
You know, at the table, they always, for salad, they don't have salad dressing.
There was a friend of mine.
Pass the oil.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine at work.
Right?
There was a friend of mine at work that his family's from the Ukraine, and he was married to a girl I knew from my first wife way back when we were teenagers. And he would always, the guy would always ask me mafia questions, always. But he was the kind of guy, if you asked him the wrong thing, he'd get irritated by it. But he felt compelled to ask me about this stuff every single time I saw him. And well, there's from northern Italy, my dad's family's from. It got nothing to do with But he always had that accent.
Families all over the country.
He would always practice his accent, and I'm like, Roman, why you'd get, if I asked you, if I acted like that toward you, you'd be upset, But I knew his wife since I was like 17.
Which language is it that gets to be, that sounds like it's the angry language?
Angry? Could be anything. Could be Greek. Could be. But you know what? They're very colorful when they speak a language. It's getting their point across, because a lot of times it depends on the tone and the context of the sentence as to what it means. What the subject matter is.
Tony, when I'm on live streams with Bob, especially, my wife will say, "Why are you talking so loud?" And I said, "Have you ever heard yourself talking to your friends?"
Yeah. Oh my God.
They act like they're mad at each other.
See you, Tim.
Wait, Tim, we appreciate
That reminds me of when I was a kid, and there would be parties, and the women would be in the kitchen smoking, and yeah, all yakking, and nobody listening. But if you were the guys in the other room and mentioned something about a woman, bam, they heard you.
Yeah. That's what it is with the cockle.
Thanks for spending time with us, Tim.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bye, Tim.
We'll see you Tuesday and Friday, Tim. So yeah, when the Filipinos get together, it just gets louder and louder. But I was thinking of Japan. Japanese.
Kiko, is your wife is a little bit short?
A little bit short. Well,
Yeah,
she's
height?
probably 5'1", maybe
Yeah, because
5'2", maybe.
yeah, in the Philippines, if you're shorter, you're more louder.
No.
The shorter you are,
Yeah,
the
usually the small
And
lady.
she's all you guys always start out say, "Oh, I'm shy. Oh, I'm shy."
Then
Yeah,
if
right. I told these guys before my very first phone call to her, I paid long distance, right?
we're
Call whatever, not collect. I paid for it. $99 phone call.
Oh my God.
She said about 5 words. I'm talking. I thought I didn't have a connection, right? I'm talking. Are you there? And and she wouldn't talk. She said, "I'm shy." So I spent $99 on that
You're
one
5
phone call
words.
because she
Yeah.
was shy. Yeah.
yeah, we're shy our language, how we speak English, but I don't have a problem that David.
Orlov's not shy.
I'm
Yeah. No, her English was fine. She just
yeah, I'm really loud.
put on that show at first. I'm shy.
Yeah, that's we typically shy because it's a foreign guy and we're not used to talk to foreign guys.
She was very nice in the beginning.
No, I'm not.
You so sweet on the phone.
No.
Yeah, oh yeah. That of course. That's the honeymoon's over though, right?
Yeah, like the day after.
Yeah.
I got that.
You're a freaking liar.
Oh, you got her with that constipation
I
looking.
got that Spanish blood fired up. That Filipino Spanish blood.
No, David is that one. After he signed this paper, yeah, you can go to work, right? You can drive. You got your
Go over there.
driver license. Like, are you kidding me? Nosebleed.
It's
How
fine.
many times did it take you to pass your driver's test?
Because David told me, I'm leaving. I'm going to have a conference. Because I got my work really quick after we married. I got 3 months the green card. Then I got those on like 4:00 in the afternoon, the mail. Then I apply online. Then I get hired tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I need to take my license. Then I pass it. Then David flew in.
Yeah, I had to take off for a teaching. I had to go teach in
conference.
Texas, so she needed to get her driver's license the day before I left, or we're going to have to get somebody to drive her back and forth to work.
Yeah.
But she passed.
Did she do the driver portion?
Buy her a bus pass.
David will not believe it, so he start like, "Why you will not believe me? I passed."
Yeah, I was surprised she passed, because usually they don't pass anybody here the first time. Just out of
Because
spite.
the police left me because I was chasing my my document was keep flying by the wind.
But
Document flying in the wind.
Yeah, every time I pick it up, it flew. Then I pick it up, it flew.
Yes.
I pick it up, it flew.
Oh
It
boy.
was so pissed, like, you didn't pass. Like,
well, and to be honest, I was worried she wasn't going to pass because the car I gave her was a Mustang, and being little, you got to shove that seat all the way up to the steering wheel to try to get over that.
Yeah, look, that airbag went off, it'd probably break her neck.
yeah, and the police said like, oh, you better slow. Like, well, it's 35, and speed limit is 35. And yeah, you're 37. Well, it's 35, so I'm not that bad.
Tony,
Then I went to
Tony,
residential.
did your wife drive when she was here, Tony?
No. Mercifully, no.
Lorelai's a good driver. We travel all over the country, and she drives.
Yeah, we stuck in the Philippines for how many months? Then when we back,
Yeah.
we rent a car, California. Then every state we switch.
Yeah, Orla's a good
So
driver.
we drive the whole state, then me,
The
the
whole
other
country.
state, then David, the other state.
David,
Go ahead.
David, if you wouldn't have experienced that typhoon, would you have still been there right now?
It's a good possibility.
Yeah.
It's a very good possibility.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one?
it was
Were you
nice.
there for Odette?
Yeah.
What's that?
Were
Oh,
you
yeah.
there for Odette?
Yeah, we got hit
2
dead
months.
center. I mean, truly, we were in the dead center of Odette. We got
And you've been there what? 2 weeks, 4 weeks?
no,
No, we've been a
no,
week only.
6 weeks.
No,
No, because we had my
2
birthday.
weeks.
This is in December, closer to Christmas. We were
No,
there
it
about
was
6
get
weeks.
hit by before the Christmas. This is
Oh, I know.
yeah, second week. So we did like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we were there long, but yeah, we got.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
James says my friend has a Filipino girlfriend for many years. He moved to another state, and his girlfriend is a U.S. citizen. Good. And has a full-time job. He gets monitored because he always asks for money. He said, yeah, I understand.
Well, I got a job, so I can send what I want, and I pay the bills too.
The money's always an issue in Filipino.
Yeah, so I told
relationships.
David, like, if you have a problem issue, we just separate
what they-
the money, and I don't have a
That's what they like to do. They like to they like to send your money even though they have their own.
You know.
well, excuse. That's a different story than me and David.
Yeah, we combine our finances
Yeah.
and pay everything.
And I make good money too, so I'm not shy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when I get started here, I started like, not to be brag, but yeah, I started as a cashier, but after a month, I was a manager. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I started a good money then.
That's nice.
Yeah, then until now, it's a little bit, but yeah.
And Lorelai's a smart girl. She gets promoted easily.
Picked up on it real fast. Huh?
Yeah, because they never see a person who don't have a short on the, like, like a
The
penny.
money. The money.
There's no penny short or more than penny.
Well,
So they
gentlemen, then I think she's on the wrong live stream then.
So, yeah, they
We're
move
not
it.
the sharp. We're not the sharper spoons in the drawer here.
That sounds like a subject all of itself,
Yeah.
Coping and working. There you go, David. That's an idea for a live stream there.
What?
Her experiences in finding a job and
Yeah.
being the outsider coming in and just start off running and everything's good.
Yeah. We've been blessed with all the hardships we've gone through with you dying and the typhoon, and we're truly blessed. And
Yeah, we all are, man. We all are.
Yeah, we've been through a lot, but we stick together.
yeah.
I'm glad I made the decisions I made that has brought all of us here tonight.
Yeah, it's weird that the hell you go through to get to where you're at, but sometimes where you're at is where you're supposed to be, I guess,
Yeah.
is the right place.
Yeah, well, Mr. COVID, found me a whole different friends of, from all over the country and the world too.
All right, guys, this is
Yep.
it for us. We're going to sign off because it's getting late for us. old
Okay.
people.
No
David-
private, huh?
But
David's gonna have dessert now, so he's got to go.
yeah, no, but we'll come. We'll be back Tuesday night as always, 5:30,
Friday.
and then Mr. Yank
I
does
guess
it.
I don't get to hear from you till Friday then, huh, Tony?
No,
Yeah, save your.
you can message us on Facebook.
I know it'll be hard, but you can do it.
So we have our Facebook page. and stuff.
You might even forget who I am again by Friday.
Yeah.
Probably. And
I
then
do.
Who's that lose
I didn't forget who
David
he was.
David thought it was a woman.
Yeah, he did. That's why I didn't say that.
yeah, I thought the way it was worded, it was a
Yeah,
chick.
'cause it's
Well,
like a
he
Filipino.
goes in witness protection
Well,
there. Yeah.
That's my wife's, okay? It's Luz Viminda. It stands for all three provinces, right? Luzon,
Ah,
Visayas, and Mindanao, right? Luz Viminda. Get it?
I get it now.
Oh,
it
he's
now.
a witty.
Okay.
He's a witty guy, man.
At least it's
No,
not. a
my
chick.
wife made it up. I'm not that bright, Tony. I told you.
Uh,
All right, we'll see you guys next Tuesday or Friday.
You only confirmed
Okay.
what I thought. That's all.
Remember, we're going
Take
to do
care.
a special live stream about pets.
Right, everybody.
So take
About
care,
who?
guys.
Pets.
Pets, getting your
Yeah.
pet from America to the Philippines to America. If anybody wants to know about that subject matter.
Yeah, we have a few requests that they
Quick-
want
we
me
do.
to
Quick,
know.
write that subject matter down about getting here and you're working right away and you know.
We can do that on one. We can talk
Yeah,
about
that'd
it.
be interesting.
There's a lot of dogs to adopt in the Philippines.
That would be
Oh,
helpful for those listening that
Ask,
have
what they
never.
call ask cows.
Assholes. I mean,
Asshole.
yeah.
Ask cows,
Ask cow.
See ya.
right?
Take
Good
care.
night.
Jack.
Good night, Tony. Say good night, Tony.
Good night,
Good night,
Tony.
John Boy. Good night, Jack.